The goal here is to give you a detailed presentation of the RoleDex Pro plugin. So what's the point of this kind of tool? Well, it's a tool that will let you learn a bit more about the elements that are currently in the specific sequence, to get to know a bit more about them, and also to classify or index the content, to label, in other words, the different elements that you might have, whether they're video elements, audio elements, graphics, elements specific to Premiere Pro. For example, color mats and nested sequences, which makes it complicated to read through. The sequences, especially on projects that are quite large, for instance, documentaries or formats longer than 10, 15, 20 minutes. So how does this tool work? Obviously, it needs a sequence, and at any time when you open it, you'll have this refresh button. That'll let you get the current state of the sequence that is open and selected. Now, an important detail, this tool is available both in French and also in English without reloading the interface. First of all, it comes with its own search engine. So the moment that you enter certain keywords, the shots will automatically appear on the screen. Several pieces of information are readily accessible for you in this list. You'll have a specific timecode reference. The track with the element is located, the role, which we'll come back to, and also the type. So right now, you only have clips that are selected. Column headers will also respond, since you'll be able to either sort in ascending or descending order based on the timecode. You can also do a track search. Specifically, if I reset the search, for example, well, here in the track column, I can quickly identify tracks V1, V2, A1, A2, A3, etc. But you could also sort by name in ascending or descending order, by role, and again, by the type of element that's in the sequence. 3 tabs: filters, role assignments, and also comprehensive effective role management. In the filters section, several things are important. First, initially, quantify the different roles and clips that are associated with these roles. For example, some clips are labeled B-roll. I click it on this button. Well, automatically, the list will only display those items associated with that type of label. By the way, the special feature of this listing is that it will also let you navigate within your sequence. So as a click, we'll simply move the playhead to the beginning of the relevant clip. If we go back to this filtering area, by default, you'll also be able to identify video type elements as well as various types of audio elements. But it goes much further, more than just that, because you can also filter the clips that have been sped up or slowed down compared to their original speed. If I quickly click on this button, it actually tells me no matching element. Simply, right now I'm filtering by audio. I'm going to set it here to all elements, and you'll see that quickly. By expanding, for example, the width of this panel, I'll be able to read the information associated specifically with the type of information that I'm asking it to display. This also works for clips that are disabled. If I click, currently no clip has been disabled. If I decide to go ahead and disable one of them, for now, nothing changes. If I click on the refresh button, it automatically detects that specific clip. And clicking on it, it leads me directly to the problem, which allows me to repair the issue and then get it back up and running. Refresh, and the list clears itself. I can disable this feature to get back absolutely all of my video clips. You can also filter, no matter the type, clips, images, graphics, adjustment layers, and possibly nested sequences. And finally, in this extensive list, you can also identify clips based on the track they're on. So if I uncheck everything, I can choose to display only, for example, what's on track number 1, or possibly you could find it located on track number 2. This also works for tracks, for example, audio tracks that are muted. And at any time, I can select everything again to show all the different elements again. Another important part is actually the designation of certain elements assigned to roles. So these roles, by default, there are a few of them in this basic version, like titles, B-roll, interviews, voiceovers, music, sound effects, and adjustment layers. You can click clear these roles and start over with your own setup. Oh, what's even more interesting is that this list is a non-exhaustive list. It's not exhaustive. You'll be able to click Simply click on the specific role management button. You can currently find the roles that are defined by default, by the way, at any time. You can also redefine the settings, especially the color, assigned to the labels. But you can also add additional roles. For example, now let's go ahead and add the role model to the list. I add it, and automatically it'll be incorporated shortly to the potential list of roles that the editor will be able to use. To give you an illustration, this specific shot can be assigned to this type of role. I click on model and it will automatically and immediately be assigned and categorized. If I search for it right now in the system, I'll be able to find it on my own, even without using a search engine. And that's also its advantage, the actual ability to filter. Now, if I go back to the filter section, well, model will appear. I click on it. So why do I have two entries here? Quite simply, because this shot is synchronized with audio, and automatically this audio will also be assigned to this role as well. If, on the other hand, you actually want to do some background work and tagging the content of your sequence, well, at that point, you'll find the button that'll let you filter and display all the elements that right now actually aren't assigned to any particular role. So you'll be able to select the relevant row. Consider that this element is a B-roll type element. So at that point, I go to the assignment section for this shot with a specific role. I click and automatically it disappears from the list since I'm currently filtering specifically those that for now haven't been assigned a particular role. If you need, in order to do a bulk assignment, please follow these steps. The tool will let you do that, whether the shots are consecutive or not. Again, I personally choose to assign these specific shots to the B-roll role, and the list is completely and automatically cleared. We started with 24, now we only have 16 left that you need to assign. There is just one last little thing to mention about managing these roles. If I go ahead and collapse the different tabs and stay focused on the section, when it comes specifically to managing these roles, every individual role can also be deleted if needed. At any time, you can also decide that the role doesn't have the right name, and at that point, edit its name, confirm it, and this assignment will automatically be updated in the assignment and also in the filtering area.